Show them we can rise from ash. Jade, Lavender, and Scarlet, Phoenix power. Together we will rise. They tried to burn us, we bloom like a flower. They didn't know we had a Phoenix's power. Phoenix power.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jade Phoenix here. We are back. We had a small vacation because we actually went away. Woo. Some of us went out of the fucking country. All right, but that's somebody.
It all started when I was born.
Is me.
Yes, it is. It's our Lavender.
Hello. And I would like to shout out the Irish boys for having great taste.
Emotional damage.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They all liked me, so obviously they have great taste.
You're lying!
So, you know, I understand why my cousin never left now.
You do?
Yeah, I could just go back.
Oh, my. We have a new player in the voice chat today.
Yes, we do.
We have a new player. So our Scarlet is still taking a small sabbatical. She will be back soon. Hopefully, we love her very much.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But welcome, Nous, to the show. Hey, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
You have to be afraid because you are now surrounded. You are on the color wheel, and the color wheel is spinning, and the Phoenix gate is open.
And this is how the chaos starts, News.
Oh my God, he ain't ready.
The problem is that you get sucked in.
You done goofed.
And you'll sit there and go, why did I agree to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Until then, it's like crack, heroin, and you can't get rid of it.
Nope. Do you want to tell the wonderful Phoenix Nation about yourself?
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Anything you want. This is no holds barred.
Fuck your life!
No script.
They'll figure it out as we go
He
along.
getting red.
He's blushing.
There he goes again.
You really need to learn not to be afraid of this show. You should be afraid of us, but not of the show.
Yeah, be scared of me.
Yes, Lavender is ferocious. Ferocious.
I'm a petty queen, and maybe my recent story from like my college years I'll need to share here eventually, but not today.
What did he say?
You guys get to be on the edge of your seat to hear that one.
Talk about a fucking tease.
I'm a petty bitch, y'all. I might be really nice, but my pettiness is always in response to abuse, and I go hard.
That's what she said. Yes. So, Lav, your trip, tell us about it.
Oh my God, it was amazing. Well, I had such a great time. So I haven't really gotten to talk about this on the cast.
Nope.
But my dream place, like my favorite city I'd never been to, and now have finally been to, was London. As a kid, I was always obsessed with the BBC. I'm admittedly a huge Doctor Who fan. I loved BBC Sherlock. Like I basically lived off of BBC America. And as a, fan of the book series that must not be named right now because it's Pride Month, I loved those books. I was just so enamored with England, and I'd never been, and not only could I not afford it for a really long time, but it wasn't even something I could even picture myself getting to do for myself. And especially with like a lot of my recent life changes, it was so personally fulfilling to finally go to the place I've always dreamed of going to because I made it happen.
Yes, you did.
Nobody else did. I worked hard. I put the money aside and I made it happen. I had a wonderful time. Got to shout out Vauxhall and Baker Street, two of my favorite places I got to visit. I love the Sherlock Holmes Museum.
Did you go to Piccadilly?
Yes, I did go to Piccadilly. Of course I went to Piccadilly. But it was so much fun, and I was very grateful to get to go because then the following week I got to go to Ireland and got to see my cousin get married, which was very exciting for me. She was always kind of like my protector when I was a kid. So it just meant a lot to me to be there for her and see her get married. And she'd always come to like visit us, right, in the States. I never got to see her in the place that she loves so much with her husband. And it was just amazing. I loved it. Also, New York, please get some culture ideas from the Europeans. Because I'm just going to say this right now. I am a talkative person, but I generally also think I am a friendly person. I like to talk to people. It makes me feel good. It energizes me. And if you go to a bar by yourself in New York, like it's weird. No one will speak to you. If you try to talk to anybody, you're like a total freak. Like I love just getting to like hang out in pubs in places like Vauxhall in England and just getting to meet a bunch of local folks and girls my age. Like one is a comedian. She's awesome. She's an Irish comedian. I'll have to share her sometime on our story. She's fantastic.
Bella, where the hell have you been?
And none of that would have happened if they didn't already have this kind of built-in culture of just sitting and chatting and having conversations with the people around them and feeling comfortable. And the other great thing is nearly every, especially in Ireland, every single pub had a live band. And I'm a big live music fan.
I'll be right back.
I'm just
I
gonna
just
leave
loved
and
it.
go to Ireland like right now.
Exactly. Do it. We need to go.
I've been saying I need to go back to the country of my family's origin,
Which is Cork, which is where my cousin lives.
I am actually
Or is it your mom's family that's in Cork?
dad.
Dad, that's right.
Mom's from Italy.
Okay. That's right. Okay, okay.
No,
Getting confused.
No. My family's line goes back to ancient fucking times, proven by DNA. Fuck you.
Yes.
I can prove this. So I am extremely jealous of you that you got to see my homeland. I need to go.
Yes, you do. And we need to go together because it was my favorite place in the entire world.
Right, yes. But Nous is actually European. So
I am.
you can actually talk about what is like differences between Europe and here.
It's just better.
Yeah, no, like, oh man, I don't even know where to start.
The beginning is usually the best.
Oh, well, I mean, since we're talking about pubs and bars and stuff like that, I guess the social aspect of bars there are very different compared to here in the US. But yeah, no, there's a, people are a lot friendlier. I will say that. That's a given.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's a huge given. Yeah, and I will say, like, at least in Portugal, because that's where my family's from. I can't say in terms of live bands, it's not a guarantee, but there is usually a lot of entertainment. Either people play certain games and stuff. I know that's
Do they dance?
depending on how big the bar is.
Okay.
Usually depending on how big the bar is.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right?
I know at least where we have our house over in Portugal. I know there's like what the aesthetic that I love so much about it is that the town that we live in has like these sort of like alleyway bars.
Oh, that's cool.
And I feel like it's just like it's so cool, and it's not even like the typical like shady alleyway. Like we're talking about like the ones that like cars can still go through.
Yeah.
Even though it's small, cars can still go through. It's cool, and like people still walk through there. It's not like one of those like really shady ones that you see in New York.
Are you going back? You are going back.
Yes, I'm gonna be going back in August.
So you're going to get to go to some of those places?
Yes.
Yay.
Can you send us photos?
I will.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Send
the
us photos
photos.
and videos and stuff so we can post it on the Feinics page.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which,
I
by
will.
the way, if you are not following us on all of our social medias, as we've been telling you to do for 134 fucking episodes, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I also need to shout out my new favorite sport, hurley.
What?
Hurley.
What is that?
So it's really big in Ireland, but specifically Cork. All of my cousin's husband's like friends were explaining it to me. Imagine like lacrosse, but they get to smack the shit out of each other, and they only approved helmets like 3 years ago.
Nice.
And it was so funny because as these guys were explaining it to me, he was like, Kayla, you don't understand. Only the Irish could come up with this game. And I'm obsessed with it. It's like souped up hockey, not hockey, like lacrosse, but it's also like hockey, but it's also like American football.
Take that, depression!
And it's amazing.
That's awesome. So that is part of the reason why you have not heard our beautiful voices for a couple of weeks. Plus, also, I was off getting ready for a bunch of shows, which, Jesus Christ, like, it has been a time. Like, I can't believe we're already in June.
Don't even get me started. I can't even believe that like it's summer already.
Well, not quite. We didn't hit the summer
That's
solstice
true.
yet.
We haven't hit the summer solstice.
but we have hit 80 degrees here in New York
Thank
the last few days.
God.
You know,
I love 80 degrees. I'm a summer girly through and through,
Yeah.
so I'm very happy.
yeah, I know. Fuck the summer. I hate the summer.
Also, my cutest outfits are in the summer, though.
No.
Oh, my little rompers and my little dresses.
No, I am pale and I die.
Sunscreen.
I'm gonna tan it really nicely.
What?
No, I'm gonna tan it really nicely.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Yes.
Yes. Asshole.
Fucker.
The audacity!
Well,
The omnipotent!
in that case, I think we should roll into the topic because, you know, that was a very, very much audacity statement from Nous.
Next to these, like, well, I won't say little, but like 2 white gals.
Very white.
Very white gals. Like very white Irish gals.
I'm clear.
You're paler than me, and I'm pretty pale.
Yeah.
I'm pretty ghostly.
Okay. The running joke, and it's not a joke, is I've gotten sunburned in a full moon. I've actually gotten a burn on my skin during a full moon. Not the sun, the fucking moon. It was a wind burn, but it counts.
I was gonna say you even.
I
during
was
the
gonna
daytime,
say-
you got burned by the wind.
It was a wind burn.
Mr. Krabs with the violin.
That's rough, buddy. That's rough,
It's
buddy.
so sad.
I hate you. I hate
This
you
is
both.
the world's smallest violin. I can't do the voice, but I tried. I can only do very certain
I
voices.
could have done it.
Could you do it? Can you do it?
You could do Mr. Krabs?
My irritated.
Do
voice.
it now.
Oh my
No,
god.
I could do the violin lays.
Do
But
it.
unfortunately, my voice is irritated, so I can't today.
Fine. It just means you have to be a guest voice again
Oh
so that you can
no. You're fucked.
do it. Because here's the thing, I don't forget shit.
She doesn't.
No.
It's part of her wonderful tism.
It's great.
I believe it.
know.
Da, da.
I forget things because of trauma, but like things like that have no bearing on my life, I will remember it until the day I die. If I go into
Until the day she dies.
quite literally, until I go into the ground, I will literally have in my final will and testament, Nous must perform world's tiniest violin.
I'm at half mast. I need to hear this.
I do. I do. I really do.
You
But
set expectations now, so.
That's fine.
I got feelings. I'm here forever now. Sorry. But yeah, so we're talking about literal audacity because apparently it seems to be on fucking clearance.
Y'all don't even want to see what the 3-person group chat looks like right now.
Yo, it's bad.
It's so bad. All we're doing is talking about the audacity of men, and to shout out Scarlett while she's not here, the fact that she just wants to push them out of like a 6-story window.
No. Any window. at this point.
Any window at this point, but preferably a 6-story window. And I'm like, girl,
depending on the person
Me
who
too.
we are speaking about, because context, Cam would be pushed out of a 1st-story window.
exactly. We love him, but he can be,
He's
men
a
are
himbo.
men. Men are men.
He's a himbo. And unfortunately, himbos are fucking dumb.
I'm just watching Noos's face right now.
Why, to see if he blushes again?
Yeah, this needs to be a live episode.
Yeah, we can
Just for this.
We'll work on that. We'll work on going live. We are going to be working on going
Yes,
live. We
it
are
is a
going to
big
be
goal.
going. We are being. I am getting the setup. We are going to be going live on Twitch, on our Twitch account for when we actually do our shows. So that way we can actually have you guys comment in real time.
Exactly.
So there's that. Also, we're talking about the audacity of male, female, and everybody else.
Yeah, you none of y'all are exempt.
No.
Y'all all got audacity.
Oh my god. Male, female, non-binary, intersex does not fucking matter.
This is Pride Month. We're all covered this month.
you. And all of you are on some fucking next level shit.
Crazy town.
What the fuck?
Fuck your life! Bing bang!
Like, how do we even start about the audacity?
How about we
recently?
start with the audacity that happened to you while you were in Ireland?
Oh
Oh
my god!
my god. Let's totally talk about that.
You know,
jumped out a window.
single, and I felt really good in Ireland. And like, I'm not just trying to toot my own horn here. I'm their type, okay? I usually don't give myself compliments, but I'm talking like every single anywhere I went, whether it was a pub, whether it was a restaurant, whether it was like just out and about walking around, men were following me. Men were hitting on me. It was some really great self-esteem after my breakup quite a few months ago.
Yep.
And it freaked my dad out to no end.
Yep.
And my cousin's husband kept teasing my dad and going and getting really excited because he was like, yes, she'll stay here.
What?
All the lads here like her. She needs to stay here.
What?
However, I did not predict that this would extend to unavailable men.
You what?
And let's just say I don't know any of these people, right? Besides my cousins, these are all new people to me. And I'm having a great time. We're all chatting. We're all talking about Hurley. We're going out to smoke. Like,
She
just
wasn't
having a great
ready.
time. And this one
She
guy,
wasn't ready.
very handsome, very much my type.
Oh God.
And he
It's never good when it starts that way.
And he's telling me about, like, he's asking me what I do. We do the same thing. We're both marketers. We're talking about that. And then we were talking about my thesis paper because for everybody in the gate, I wrote my thesis paper in college on the king from Ireland, James Joyce.
Yeah.
I wrote my entire thesis paper on literally one section of Ulysses. I'm a huge Ulysses fan. And him and I were talking about Ulysses. So I'm like, okay, sparks are flying. We're talking about James Joyce. We're talking about our favorite literature. We're dancing all
How
night.
dare you have the audacity to be intelligent?
So we're dancing all night. We're having a great time.
Who
And
the fuck you think you are?
I'm starting to like feel the vibes, right? We get some drinks together. He looks me square in the face and he says, I really fancy you.
And everybody, if you do not know, for those who are not from Ireland, you have to understand when someone says they fancy you, it means they want to fuck your brains out.
So I was like, oh, why, thank you. I'm very flattered, right? Because like, what else am I supposed to say to that? Okay.
Thank you.
And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, and then
Like, let me schlob your knob.
exactly. And then I needed to walk away for a moment, right? Because I had to go to the bathroom.
Emotional.
And I
damn
decide
it.
I am going to shoot my shot. I know this man does not live in the same country as me, but like he also works in marketing. Maybe he'll end up in New York where he works. There's a big HQ in New York.
You're a
We're
monster.
both traveling for conferences a lot. Maybe we'll cross paths.
I don't know.
So I grab my phone from my purse and I go up to him and I go, oh, if you're ever in New York, I think that we should trade numbers. I'd love for us to, chat, get to know each other better. And this, my friends, is when the audacity really settles in. Because all night I'm feeling good about myself because this really handsome, supposedly single man has been hitting on me all night.
On top of everyone else that has been hitting
hitting
on
on
you
me
all night.
So I'm like, I'm feeling confident.
Audacity
And
incoming.
he's been purposefully kind of like garnering my attention away from the other men.
Pika, pika.
Right? So, and we got a drink and I go over and he stops. He looks at me and he goes, oh, I couldn't do that. And I'm a little confused. There's like a bit of a pause. Keep in mind, he just told me he essentially wanted to fuck my brains out. And I'm like, oh, he goes, oh, I couldn't ever have your number or hang out with you because it would completely ruin my marriage. I was like, what? He goes, oh, I'm married. And I was like, okay. And now I'm trying to like save face because of course I'm a little embarrassed.
Pull the lever, drunk.
But I would like to make it clear, the wife was not, there was no context of this wife here. He was flirting with me all night. I had no idea.
It's called a hustle.
I am very
sweetheart.
against cheating. So I just want to put that out there. Anybody that cheats on any of their partners is a jackass. Anyway. And now I'm trying to save face. And I say, I just mean professionally. Like if you end up in New York professionally, like I got the corporate credit card.
We're just going to throw the whole man.
I was like, if you want to just like get dinner,
Bye.
like that's what I mean. I'm like, nothing past that. He goes,
Like, sir, maybe you fancy me, but I don't fucking fancy you, all right?
and his response was, no, you don't understand because.
And what's he doing into the Irish accent then?
Yes.
You don't really understand love. You can't really talk to me like that because you're going to ruin my entire marriage. And my wife, unfortunately, is about to pop out our wee bairn.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Aye.
So he essentially was like, no, you don't understand. If I even spent like more than just this time with you, I would like completely leave my wife.
I would
My whole marriage would be over. Like I was like, okay then. And then he gives me like a ha ha ha, like pat. And then of course,
I would have broken his fucking hand if he tried to touch me.
and of course the husband of now my cousin comes over. He claps a hand on this guy's back, claps a hand on my back. This is one of his college friends, as I came to find out. And he says, oh, I'm so happy that all my friends are getting along with you, Kayla. You should really just stay. You should stay here in Ireland. He goes,
Lav, you should totally move to Ireland.
yeah, why not?
I mean, why not?
And he was just like, it's great because, his wife and Kelly's wife, they're pregnant at the same time.
Pull the lever.
And then my brain did the little putting things together. But the reason she wasn't there is because she is very, very, very pregnant.
She's going to be popping in like 2 months.
Literally not even. If she
Not
got
even.
pregnant a little bit before my cousin, she'll be popping in a month.
Ew.
And so then I had to spend the next 2 days avoiding this man because then I was just absolutely mortified.
Yeah. So again, where? Should I say it in the Irish accent then?
Do it.
Where do you get the audacity? Where do you get the goal? I
Where's
don't
this coming from?
understand. I really don't. I can't understand what is going through the man's head.
Exactly.
Was that Scottish or Irish?
That was like Irish. I would say like, like actually, funnily enough, because we were talking about dairy girls, it was a very dairy Irish accent.
Yeah. I'm very good at my accents.
But yeah, so that was
Poor
my
Nous. I don't think he even knew I could do that.
Audacity story.
No, Nous has
What,
never
your
been
accent?
exposed. No, you've never been exposed to my vocal changes.
Yes, Jade does voices.
Lot, because they're all in my head.
I could kind of imagine it.
I'm like the Viper that way because I got voices in my head. I swear to God.
We love you, Randy.
Oh, I'm gonna climb him like a tree at SummerSlam.
But yeah, so number one, maybe I should move to Ireland because
Not without me.
not without you. You would have to come with me.
Okay.
Because all the men fancy me there, and it made me feel real good about myself.
I don't know. I seem to be kind of into European men.
I think they're really, really good looking.
Yeah, they really are.
But
And they
yeah.
seem to be packing more than American men, which
It's
is
true.
probably why they're so confident all the fucking time. Nous,
see-
is that true?
I can't confirm nor deny anything.
He's getting ready again. He get ready again.
I plead the fifth.
Oh no.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
But yeah, so I would love to move back to Ireland. I appreciate that all the lads like me there, but please no married lads.
No.
And if this guy wasn't pursuing me all night, I could have hung out with a different lad.
That's a single one.
A single lad.
Yeah.
And I'll never not be angry about that. And sir, I know you're lurking on my LinkedIn page. I can see it.
Can you stop now?
Can you stop now? And I know that you found me through my cousin's profile because that is the only common connection. And my cousin and I don't have the same last name. So you really had to look.
Creepy. Just
Please
throw-
focus on your pregnant wife. Please and thanks.
We're literally just gonna throw him out.
The wind.
Throw him out.
My Audacity.
But yeah.
It's on. Apparently, it's on sale in Ireland.
Apparently.
It's on sale in
But
Ireland.
it's not only on sale in Ireland, honey. It's everywhere.
Oh, bitch.
I think you need to tell us a little bit about your recent Audacity stories.
Which one?
That's the thing. You can pick Russian roulette,
Ooh.
baby. Fire it off.
Oh my God. Which one should I talk about, Nous?
It's your dealer's choice. Go ahead.
No, why don't we talk about one of yours?
One of mine.
One of yours. You're a guest on this podcast.
Oh man,
You're
recent.
yes, recent. I want to hear.
I don't even know where to. Which one? Which
Talk
one
about anything, but don't use proper names because we are very, very private like that, and we don't want to put everybody on blast unless we actually hate them.
Talk about.
How about the audacity of certain people stalking pages?
Oh
Ah.
yeah, that. Yeah. It's funny how certain people, certain individuals.
Who shall remain nameless.
Exactly. I think people aren't really noticing when they're being a bunch of creeps or they're being a creep.
They are being a super creep.
Especially when
We could see you.
yeah. So I guess it's just one of those cases where it's like, we have certain individuals looking at other individuals' profiles on social media and thinking that it's not being
Monitored.
yeah.
No, it definitely is. Like, we can definitely see you. Like, apparently my stalker is back.
Yeah.
Yeah. My stalker is back. Susie, I can see you. And yes, I'm using your proper name, you bitch. I can see you. I see you on all my fucking pages. Get over it. Fuck all the way off. It's been years. Please, please. You're almost 50. You are literally almost 50 years old. Stop stalking me. The audacity of this bitch. can't. That's Audacity.
Yeah.
That is Audacity. I mean, yours is just as bad because like this person, unfortunately, you are stuck being involved with in any way, shape, or form. So it's like, bitch.
Yeah.
No.
It's one of those things where it's just like, when does the pettiness end?
Ugh.
When does it end?
I
It
don't know.
never does. That's the problem.
I don't
Look,
know.
I'm petty, but I'm not that kind of petty.
Like, hey, listen, you fucked up.
You.
I'm only petty as long as you fucking deserve
Double
it.
hate.
And I like you, Nous, so I don't think you deserve
It's
it.
like
deserves
I
it.
haven't
Fuck
I haven't
yeah.
been involved with this individual in months.
Almost a year.
Oh, damn near.
Damn near.
God forbid you don't give these people the attention they seek. But then you're the bad guy for having been for even staying silent, you're the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not just for speaking about it. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
silent, that's even worse.
Oh my God, how dare you fucking not acknowledge their existence?
yeah, what the fuck?
How audacity? The
Trust
audacity of you.
I know I've had my own version of that audacity as well while I was on that trip too.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Sorry.
The happiness is I hand Lavender a lollipop for her joy.
I got lolly. I fucking love lollipops. Like no one
Nice.
understands. Like these are like my crack.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom bought us that spinning Buzz Lightyear thing. And when she used to put the little, she bought it for us at Disney World. She said it was the best thing she ever bought. Because she'd put the little dum dum lollipops after we left Disney inside of it. Because it was before Disney only made it. So only Disney things could fit in it.
Ah.
So it was the best thing. It was a little Buzz Lightyear. It spun around, it glowed, and I could put my little dum dum lollipop on it.
Ding
and-
ling ling.
Oh my God. Best thing.
Best thing ever.
Anyway, interlude. Continue, my friend.
As I open up my fucking lollipop because why? I want one. Because why? I have the audacity to
do
eat
it.
one.
But continue,
Nyam.
my friend.
Yum.
Yeah,
Num.
I haven't been involved with this
Num.
individual for like months, and it's just like they're just popping back in. I'm just like,
It's like a bad tattoo.
Oh,
Fuck
forget-
yeah, it is.
I've had them blocked on my regular profile, and have their regular profile blocked for like since the beginning. So
Yeah.
just like, and now they're just creeping up on people's profiles that I know. I'm just like, come on now.
No touchy.
That is always the worst. Because that's how they like try to like trap you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can like they're like, oh, I can't have access to you. I'm gonna find any other person that might possibly give me access to you. It's fucked up. I've been on the receiving end of that far more than I like to admit.
Yeah. I mean, we recently went through it with your ex-partner.
Exactly.
Where I had to go and literally block him, not just from the Phoenix Gate socials, which takes a lot because I don't like blocking people from those pages. Because this is
It's a business page.
It's a business page. It's public. I want you guys to be there to see our updates and watch us thrive and grow. Like whether you hate us or love us, you're still a fucking fan. End of story on that one. But
Exactly.
my whole thing is, if I have to block you on those pages for peace of mind, you are the biggest piece of shit.
On the face of the fucking planet.
On Mars too.
On Mars doesn't even want you.
That's why they nuked it.
Fucking Pluto don't want you neither. That's why it ain't a planet no more.
Oh no! You went to there. Why the audacity of you? But yeah, no. Fuck the like. Seriously, these people like. I brought up Susie. I don't know if you heard me making fun of
Yeah.
that. Like, cause like I said, I won't call most people out, but that bitch I'll call out by name.
For valid fucking reason, bro.
Like, why are you stalking? It's been 4 years. I'm not with the dude.
You don't even talk to that motherfucker no more.
Nope. Not since he did what he did. So literally, as far as I'm concerned, get fucked. Please.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, this other person that's stalking, you know, Nous and his friends and your ex stalking you and like that, we don't even want to talk about the other assholes that are stalking us too still.
Yeah. To this day.
To this day, which I know you're listening. Go fuck yourself. Bye.
Burn it down!
But like, ooh, should I talk about the audacity of the yeah.
Sure. go
The
ahead.
look on your face. The look
Sure.
on your face.
The look.
Let it
Oh
rip.
my God. Where do I start? Where do I start? Help me with this one. Where do I start?
Well, the beginning is a good place to start.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's my line. How dare you? Audacity of you.
Audacity of me?
Audacity
okay.
of we.
It's fine. Apparently, I'm the crazy ex-girlfriend for actually telling the truth about what that motherfucker did to me that I only became privy to once I was away from his stank ass.
Take that, depression!
So, go ahead, my darling.
Where do we start, Nous? Because the Audacity involves you too. So because it involves you too, you should probably weigh in on this.
I have to say what Kayla said. Honestly, from the beginning, where
Where do we start?
I don't know, because it started with you, and then
It
it
did.
involved me afterwards.
It
so
did. It really did.
you would know more than I do.
So, context. We'll put some context. This is a person that I had actually stopped speaking to for quite a bit.
You should stop speaking again.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
I'm working on it.
I know.
I'm working on it. So I stopped talking to this person, and thanks to a mutual of mine and Nous's, bringing unsolicited news to my table, I reached out. Simply because I wanted to know. I wanted the truth. And also, I know this person well enough that I'm not the kind of person that's just going to go around the different channels to say, hey, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, I'm going to come straight to you because that's also how I am as a person. Like, I'm literally going to be all like, did you fucking do this? Did you fucking say that? Did you fucking la 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 la? Like, because I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do? Like, you going to tell me yes or no? Cool.
You gonna not like me?
Like, oh no, you don't like me.
Oh, God.
Stop the presses. You're not the first. Get in line.
What a loss to the culture.
It is. But unfortunately, because of that, we are now in contact again. There is, unfortunately, how do I describe it's not a relationship. It's not even a friendship.
Like,
It's he annoys the shit out of me and I don't know how to be mean enough to say go away.
It's like an acquaintanceship.
Like a parasite.
It's a leech.
Yeah, I like that. A parasite.
It's a leech. It is definitely a leech. And so originally it was very tentative, these conversations, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden it just like went from 0 to 1,000 when they decided to follow us to an emo night that we went to as a group, and he wasn't invited.
What did he say?
And he just
Sorry.
showed up and was kind of creepy about it the whole night.
Yeah, he was. If y'all heard me sighing, because I was also.
You were there. You were there.
I was there, too.
All of us were there.
And we were pretty pissed about it.
Yeah, and everybody was kind of mad at me about it.
Well, I wasn't mad at you. I was just mad his presence was even just like within the vicinity.
And that was kind of like the audacity of it, considering like he knew that I was with people that don't like him. Like he knew that I was going to be with people that wanted absolutely nothing to do with him, and he showed up anyway.
And then he had the gall to like bring it up to you later. And
Why,
be like,
why
"Oh,
didn't they talk to me?
why they look so mad?" I was like, honey.
Because you weren't invited.
That and honey, I didn't look mad because I wasn't even acknowledging your existence. Don't even give yourself that much credit.
He did. But that was like, that's one example of audacity. Where it's like, I tell you where I'm going and you take it upon yourself to just show up. Normally, I'd be flattered if you were like a friend, but you're not a friend.
exactly.
And because he's not a friend, I kept hawking him. I made sure I knew where exactly he was that whole night.
You did.
He did. You did. You're a very good guard dog.
Guard
Kinda
dog privilege.
Yeah. They can't see you nodding.
You see, that's our problem. Like, Nous is just like blushing and nodding
Like, yep.
just to give y'all the picture, by the way.
Thank you for that context.
You're welcome.
But like this is just a prime example of one of the audacities. The other audacity is that they feel like and this is not just him, but quite a few people actually these days kind of feel like they're entitled to my attention. And that is kind of what's pissing me the fuck off with a lot of people right now is they kind of feel like my attention, my time is theirs for the taking, and anything that I'm doing, anything that matters to me don't mean shit. And that is like where the audacity of a lot of these fucking people are getting to. They're really getting my goat.
yeah.
They're really getting my goat. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, it gets very overwhelming because I can go on about the audacity of another friend of mine who false pretenses brings me 6 hours upstate to go camping.
Ooh.
Oh,
I remember this one.
okay. So over Memorial Day weekend, I go up to see a friend of mine that I have not seen in 2.5 years. And his sister and her family, who I have not seen in over 15 years in person. Physically, I have not seen them in over 15 fucking years. And yes, we've spoken through like Facebook Messenger, video chat, shit like that over the years. But physically, I have not seen them because like they're Army family. They move around a lot. They just moved back recently to New York, but they live 6 hours away. So it's not like I can just hop, skip, and a jump and go up there and say, hey, how you doing? And visit. I also hadn't seen my friend in 2.5 years physically. That was the last time I'd seen him. But again, we speak all the time on the computer and all that other shit. So whatever. It doesn't really, you don't really think about the time period, I think, until you're like right there.
Yeah.
In front of someone. So whatever. We set it up. We're supposed to go camping. He asked me to come up 2 days earlier. Here's where the audacity kicks in. He apparently didn't get the memo that I'm not interested in a relationship with him. And got angry with me.
Very butthurt.
Very butthurt.
Very.
Agreed.
Yeah, because I was texting you the whole time. Help me.
It was even more comical because as soon as I came home, I was like, look, I know this came in scattered. Give me the full fucking tea.
Clipsy. Hello, podcast kitty. Hello. He came to say hi because he's upset about the audacity too. But
Clips would never.
No, Eclipse has audacity.
But not that kind of audacity.
No, his audacity is he likes stepping on my tits when I'm sleeping. Like, ow. That's the audacity of a cat. Anyways. So like they got real butthurt about it, and I was so uncomfortable that I actually wanted to leave. In the middle of the night, at 3 a.m., after I had been drinking, where I don't drink like at all anymore. And I was drinking up there because I was so fucking uncomfortable that I just was I was doing anything I can to fucking escape. Plus I was bored off my fucking head. Like there was absolutely nothing there was nothing to do up there. Like, like here's the other thing. Okay, fuck me if I'm wrong here, but if you are inviting someone to be a guest in your home, would you not have food in your fridge?
Wasn't any fucking food in the fridge?
No.
Don't forget, hold on. Don't forget the other important things besides just the food that you've mentioned.
What did I mention?
The conditions.
Oh my God.
Do we want to forget about that? Don't get me wrong. You can go and it's just like, oh, okay, go to the grocery store like 10, 15 minutes. All right, go and you. But the conditions that you mentioned.
The house was disgusting.
Oh my God.
The house was disgusting.
It was like a horror story.
It was.
From what you were telling me.
It stunk so bad of BO and dog, and his dog unfortunately passed away a couple of months ago. So how fucking bad does your house have to smell of that dog? Or God knows how bad it was before.
Yeah.
For 3 months later, it still to smell like heavily.
It sounded like the way even like you described it to me. It sounded like if I were to just pass my finger through
gross.
a shelf or a counter.
Oh, there was inches of dust.
Oh my God. I was just like
dude, inches of dust. Inches of dust. The walls had that weird, like when you it's so gross on the bottom of the walls that they turn brown on the bottom.
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah, the walls were brown all along the bottom part, and the walls are white.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Oh my God.
The audacity of this man to think you want to sleep with him after making you stay there.
Oh yeah, let's not forget the fact that I'm married.
Yeah.
Hello.
Emotional damage.
That's the thing too. Like, listen, if you're trying to woo a woman, at least make the place at least decent, bro. Like,
Right? Like, at least run a goddamn vacuum.
And he claims he cleaned.
I don't
Fuck
even want
outta
to. I don't
here.
even want to fucking know this man's definition of clean. Granted, I'm like a clean freak.
if that's the case, then if he cleaned, then I am 7 foot tall.
Well, you are pretty tall.
But I ain't 7 foot.
Maybe not height wise.
He got red again, everybody.
let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
See, here's the thing. That's how you know, like, that's a good man. Because you see the guys that only have about an incher are like, look at my dick.
Look at how pretty it is.
Look how great I am.
You can always tell a small dick man by the way that they act and the way that they talk.
100%.
The ones that are packing the real packages, the ones that have the big heat, the ones that have those big ass fucking guns are humble about it.
Exactly. And I want to make it very clear. There is nothing wrong with having a tiny dick. If you know how to use said tiny dick, it don't matter.
It doesn't even matter if you know how to use the tiny dick. If you know how to use your tongue and your hands, you're good.
fine. Trust me, you can still please a woman.
Like, seriously, it's not all about the penetration, bro.
Oh, trust me. My favorite part is the foreplay.
Emotional, damn it.
But it's like, that's how you know.
Poor Nous.
The real men are humble.
Poor Nous did
I'm
not.
just
I
here.
warned you.
I'm just here, man.
I warned you.
I know you warned me, but I'm still here. I'm just here.
But yeah. Anyways, back to the audacity of this
Yes.
man who thought that it would be, his love language. And I'm just like, you want to know what he tells me? When I look at him, I go, this is clean to you? And he turns around and he goes, well, at least I took a shower this time. Because keep in mind, sports fans, I'm going to tell you, 2.5 years ago, there's a reason why I haven't seen this man in 2.5 years in person is because the last time I went up to visit him, he had not showered in over a week.
That's nah.
It gets worse.
Oh my God.
He does a very physical fucking job.
Ew.
Ew.
Oh, God.
David.
Ew, David. Ew.
Ew.
Ew. That's disgusting. You're lying! I'm not lying.
I wish you were.
I really wish I was.
You see, this is what the audacity is about. Like, you wish you were lying.
Then he turns around and he tells me that he expects me to give up my entire life, move up into the sticks, fucking get a divorce, move up there and be a traditional wife. I'm like,
Me.
sir, what? Explain what a traditional wife is. Somebody that's there to take care of me and cook dinner and make. I'm like, so you want a mommy. You don't want a wife. You don't want a partner. You want a mommy.
You just want a mommy that you can stick your dick in and out of.
It would be better if it worked. Which I know for a fact that it don't. So
Welcome to the curse.
shouldn't fuck with a witch. But I'm just saying. And then like this is also let's not y'all don't even understand the audacity of this man. Now I've known this man 21 years. Okay? I have known this fucking bastard 21 motherfucking years. We have dated in the past. We dated quite a few, like we dated on for 3 years straight. I was crazy about this man because I met him when I was 19. Absolutely crazy about him. I thought I was gonna marry this man. Cheated on me twice. Left me twice. No, 3 times. 3 times. I'm sorry, he left me 3 times because I let him come back for a 3rd time and he left me again. And cheated on me again, same girl. So 3 times he cheated on me. Then lost touch with him for years, comes back into my life, thinks that we're having a second chance, ghosts me completely. Why? Because he was using me to cheat on his fucking fiance a week before their wedding.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is with all these unavailable men and just prickling their fancy?
You what?
I don't know, but he
Disgusting.
actually thought that I was going to forget. He actually thought I was going to forget all that.
Oh, of course he did.
And I was going to look the other way and we could start anew
I
in
could-
our 40s as a magical, happy couple of love and lights.
One thing I can't vouch for is that I ain't just the men, because I have my own experiences with
Honey,
that
Right,
stuff.
that's
honey.
why you here.
That's why you're here, because we can't just shit on the men at all the time.
Yeah, I have no problem shitting on the women.
Speak. No, on some real shit. I'll wrap my story up. So he got real butthurt when I was like, no, it's never going to happen. I'm not moving up here. I'm not doing this. I'm not leaving my husband. Go fuck yourself. It's not happening. I stayed. The only reason I stayed up there for the camping trip itself is because I hadn't seen his sister in so long, and her children begged me to stay because they had not seen me. And other than the extreme awkwardness and uncomfortable factor that I had being around that person, I had a very nice time with them. But I will not lie to you, I was very excited to fucking leave on Sunday. Well, Monday. I was very excited to leave on Monday. I was very excited to be like, okay, cool, I'm dropping you off. Goodbye.
Adios.
See ya. And he's like, I probably won't see you again. I'm like, you're definitely right about that. I am. No.
Deuces.
Bye-bye. Like, we can still be chill. Like, I didn't cut him off. I still talk to him as a friend or like even as an acquaintance, but the audacity to think that I would give up my entire life, my business, this podcast, everything to go be a traditional wife in the fucking sticks, a half an hour away from Canada in upstate New York. Suck my dick. The audacity is real. Goodbye.
Just
okay.
to not take a goddamn shower.
No touchy.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
God damn.
Nope. Can we hear your story of audacity with bitches?
Oh, where do I even start?
The beginning.
The beginning, like always, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
No, tell it from the end and backwards.
That would actually be kind of fun.
That would, but I'm not going to put you on the spot, honey.
Oh, man. I don't even
No,
know.
I've been doing that all night.
Exactly. One of us has got to be nice-ish to you.
Why?
Like good cop, bad cop.
You might get off on that. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's
You
funny.
seem like the type.
Oh, man. No, but I don't even. Oh, man, where do I begin?
The
Man.
audacity part.
The audacity part?
Yes. What makes this such an audacity moment for you? Or multiple moments?
Audacity moment. The audacity moment to say that I wasted 4 years of said individual's life.
Oh.
And not only that, saying that I wasted 4 years of their life, well, when in actuality, everyone, not even just my friends, their friends disagree otherwise.
My spinach puffs.
Can't.
So it's like, did I really waste your time or did you waste mine?
I think it might have been a little bit of column A and a lot of bit of column B.
You see, that's what's so funny is that, like, once you don't give them what they want in some sort of capacity,
You're the devil.
you're the devil. You wasted my time. You're awful. I can finally block someone, i.e. you, on social media, even though I refuse to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in this case, you're right, because most likely that said individual wanted either an open relationship or two, poly relationship. I think that's what they wanted. And
Hey. We don't shit on poly relationships.
no, nothing wrong with that. I'm just stating
Because I'm a poly.
No, nothing wrong with that. I'm just stating that because they said they can do either monogamous or poly. And when we first got together, that whole situation, we started off with just monogamous. That's all I'm really okay with doing.
Yeah.
They agreed to it.
Okay.
Nowhere along the lines was there any conversation talked about. We were just like, oh yeah, we'll think about it or reevaluate it later on. No,
Mm-hmm.
I specifically said monogamous when it came to this said individual, and they were just like, and they agreed to it, and so I'm just like, all right, cool. When it comes to certain conditions of said relationship, obviously, going around and just flirting with other people and this and that was obviously a big no-no. We did say that was specified. We talked about that.
It was a boundary you guys
It was a
set.
boundary, and we talked about it, and we were just like, hey,
If that's
this
a
is a no.
boundary that you set, then that's a boundary that stays prevalent from the
and
beginning.
it should continue to stay prevalent throughout the rest of the relationship. Apparently, they decided to either play dumb and then pretend like we didn't just have that conversation.
They always fucking do, honey.
Yeah.
Every time.
They do.
Gaslighting.
And then what's the kicker, I think, out of all of it is the way they always try to turn the tables during the conversation when you bring it up. I think that's the real kicker.
Your ex and my ex should just get together.
No!
They both deserve to be miserable. Let them get together with each other.
No.
Oh my God.
I don't hate Keegan that much.
Uh,
I said his name. I don't hate him that much.
This individual.
You nicer than me then.
No, I trust me and believe me from what I know and what I've been told about this individual. That would be like me. I wouldn't even hook them up with the person I was just talking about.
You kinder than me, honey.
I'm not. That's not being kind. That's just me, like, not being fucking. I don't want to go to hell.
Valid. Okay.
I won't talk about everything on here, mainly just because we'll be here for hours, just trying to cover everything. But to summarize
do the bullet
it,
points.
yeah, to summarize it, like I said, we since the beginning of the relationship, we had set terms and conditions of the relationship. Throughout the multiple years that we were together, said conditions were not being met.
Nope.
And constantly having to have the same conversations over and over as if we never had the conversation to begin with.
The audacity of you having to repeat yourself.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's like, I understand if I have to have a conversation on a topic again. It's like, all right, cool. But when it's like a few months afterwards, I'm just like, all right, come on now. Like, and it's like back to back. I'm just like, at this point, it's just like, do you really even care? Like,
they don't.
No, they don't. They were testing to see the boundaries, see how far they could push it.
Yeah, I've had that happen with a few of those people that I mentioned earlier. Like, all the audacity where it's like, I'll set a boundary and they'll just either ignore it completely or they'll see just how far they can push it. So we totally get that here.
Oh, yeah, no. And I blame myself to an extent because I allowed it to still continue. Out of love.
We do dumb shit for the people we love.
No,
I've been in that
yeah, that's true.
right now. Just like hindsight is 20/20. When you look through rose-colored glasses, all the flags just look like flags.
Yeah. So that was pretty much like with that whole situation. It was just like constantly having to have the same conversations over and over, and where we could say the audacity comes in, where is obviously if you're going to be addressing something like this and you have to address it after several times, people's patience starts to run a little thin. So I'm just like, I start sounding like I'm upset. Obviously, I'm not over here yelling and shouting, but you can definitely tell like I'm upset. They then have the audacity to be like, "Why do you have a tone with me?"
Are you serious?
I'm just like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what? It's just like, yeah, you have a tone with me. Why do you have that tone? I'm just like, what are you talking about? What tone? Just like, is it because I'm upset? Is it because it's what's crazy is they could even give me a proper explanation of what kind of tone they're talking about. And I asked them too, is it because I sound like I'm upset? And they're just like, I don't know. I'm like,
window.
So then I'm just like, what?
You're never going to figure it out.
Honestly, at this point, I don't really even
With
care.
people who have that amount of audacity, with people that have that amount of fucking balls, male, female, they be, gay be, does not matter. You're never going to win an argument. You're never going to win anything. It's like, I go through that on an almost daily basis with one of these people. I go through that on a semi-regular basis with the other one. I go through that, just dealing with people in general, especially in the communities that we're a part of.
And it's a constant cycle because what happens is they're like, this was something I had to like kind of realize from a 2020 perspective. Like it wasn't okay that I was allowing someone to treat me and dismiss my feelings this way and not really bring any resolution. Because what happens is you talk about it, they promise that they're going to do better. And then you want to believe them at face value because you love and you care for them, or they dangle something like, oh, I see a future with you over your head, knowing it's the one thing that you want.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
And they use it to just then the next time when they have bad behavior and you call them out for it and you bring up the previous instance of which was never truly addressed, it was just covered in niceties, then you're the bad guy.
Because now you're weaponizing their incompetence against them.
Oh, and don't even get
Like
me
the
started
amount of times
with that
I was
part.
attacked for doing that when all I wanted was closure. Insane.
I'm even gonna throw this in here too. This individual also, first off, I was already planning on going to therapy, which those who are thinking about it, give it a try.
Can't hurt.
It can't hurt. It will definitely help you get some clarity
I
on
love
anything that
therapy.
you've gone through. I was already planning on doing it. This individual just kind of pushed the incentive to do it even more. So I
That
was just like,
explains why you're such an evolved specimen of creature, man.
but you know what? It's like the therapy helped with the aftermath of everything. So it's not even like it helped during the relationship because they didn't even allow me to even get that.
Allow you.
What do you mean?
Nani?
Well, because of said conditions of like what was going on with between first off, therapy is not cheap either. It can
No.
you know, you'll definitely want to get it with an insurance if you're able to. If you're able to, cool, great. I know at the time my insurance was not gonna be able to cover it. Online therapy was not like as prevalent or as good as it is now.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten better since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could say that it got the way that it is because of COVID, but that's an entirely different episode.
Yeah. But
That is an entirely different episode, and we'll get to that.
I think I'll be going on probably almost a year now in therapy so far. A full
Amazing.
year. A full year on therapy. So with that, it's like yeah. With that, it's like yeah, and I've been wanting to do it earlier than that, but a lot of the times too, I also have to work with the schedules that the therapists have. So yeah. With certain schedules, it doesn't work with mine. They don't work with later times. So it was kind of a very constant back and forth battle. But within last year, I was able to find a therapist. They were able to work on my schedule. Cool, great. You know, through specific online, I don't know what you would really call those. Like what? Like
Platforms.
Platforms. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Yeah, online platforms for getting therapists and stuff like that. Certain online platforms weren't all that great. So, yeah, they weren't all that great, but so it became even harder.
No.
But
You did it, and that's all that there is to it.
yes,
You stuck with it too. A
Yeah.
lot of people
Oh,
would have
yeah.
gotten frustrated
I
and
still
said
kept-
no.
and other people were just like, oh, you know, I did it because of my partner and stuff like that. And like, no, I was already planning on doing it for me. Fuck, you know, all respects to partners. Fuck my partner. I'm doing this to better myself, not to better myself for
Another person.
another, specifically for another. It should be just for myself.
That's the mentality to have.
It's
Yeah.
it's a bonus if my person gets the better version of me.
The audacity of you,
I
sir.
like that. And hey, maybe to even like think about this from another angle, maybe the best opportunity to be in therapy was dealing with that aftermath because you were
Oh,
able
yeah.
to learn how to cope with it. You were able to truly examine and step back and see the things that you don't want to see in a future partner
Oh, of
and
course.
things to protect yourself.
Yeah, and yet now I see you're dating some crazy bitch. Like, she's nuts, bro. I've met her. She's out of her fucking mind.
She's a little spicy.
A little bit.
A little spicy. But
I didn't mean to kill you, Lavender.
Choking on my goddamn fucking lollipop.
That's what happens with her apparently all the time with this one. Hey.
but
Because, you know, I mean, apparently this is a giant dick.
Christ. But
Hey, blame her. She knows everything.
God.
But listen, the like basically what we're doing, because we're coming down to the wire, we're gonna wrap it up. The audacity of people lately is just out of control.
Agreed.
Whether it's because you feel like you are entitled to someone's love, someone's body, someone's time, whether you feel like you're entitled to someone's emotions. That right then and there, ladies, germs, gabies, and babies, you need to understand you're fucking not. And people really need to understand that, like, yes, we are living in a fascist hellscape that is only getting worse day by day. But that's not an excuse for you to go around and say and act the way that you are. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
It does.
fuck me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't believe that it gives anybody the
No.
excuse for the way that people have been acting.
Yeah.
And look, here's the thing. As somebody who like has been on a mental health journey since before I was 21, I've been going to therapy and psychiatry for almost a decade now. And the big thing is mental health isn't an excuse either. That is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Houston,
As somebody who lives with severe mental illness,
Yeah.
to see people using the excuse, I still feel guilty about things that I did in certain states before I was medicated. And in the long run, they weren't the most horrible things I've ever did. But like, I still feel bad about those types of things, and I'm constantly in remorse for them. Meanwhile, you see people walking around being like, yeah, I could treat my girlfriend like shit because I got bad anxiety. Like, no, fuck off. Don't you dare use your mental illness as an excuse, because nobody has an excuse to treat someone else poorly. I don't care what the fuck it
That's
is.
essentially having the audacity not to take accountability.
Yes, because the big thing about mental health treatment is learning how to take accountability for yourself.
I mean, for real, let's call it. May was Mental Health Awareness Month, period.
Yeah.
As well as borderline personality disorder awareness, which is huge for me because I suffer from that. June is Men's Mental Health Month. And our first guest of the fucking month has the audacity, in a good way, to admit that he's in therapy, that he's getting help for his mental health. I think that's really brave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
it's very courageous. Honestly, because we need more men to do that. We do. And the rest of you, if you're unmedicated for whatever reason, fucking find help. All
Go
right?
see a therapist if you can. I understand
can.
finances are a thing.
We get it. We're poor. The Phoenix Gate is not a rich entity. But listen, the audacity of y'all for not following our social media.
and for not listening. If you're not listening.
Dare you? How dare you? The audacity of you. But on that note, Phoenix Gate Nation, we're going to go now. Say bye.
Bye.